Good morning, everyone. All right, well, we're sitting here with about 45 minutes to the bell. No trades for me so far yet today. You can see my P&L in the top corner of the broadcast over on the far upper right side, upper left side. So no trades yet, no positions, nothing yet that I really like. So maybe just start with a little recap of yesterday. GameStop. GameStop for me was the big one from yesterday. We had obviously a lot of volatility on that, and I did quite well. So this is my overview from yesterday. So I finished up $207,000 yesterday. Best day of the month. Best day in a month. Best day since the last week of January when I had 217, and then the next day 478. So, often these big green days get clustered together. 207,000, 207. So, yesterday I stepped up to the plate and started at 645 with my first trades, 80,000 bucks, sideways for a little bit, little profit, then a couple more trades. And for the most part on GameStop, I was trading aggressively. Now, the fact is, I made $200,000 yesterday on GameStop, or $195,000 just on GameStop. I had a couple others, and I was trading within the range. The majority of my profit was between 150 and right here. I did take a bounce off of 100, but that one I only made like 5 or 10,000 on. It wasn't a big winner. So the majority of my profit was within a 20-point range between 150 and 170. Now, had I been able to trade through this move from 50 to 100, that's a 50-point range to 100. And then from 100 to 200, this was a 150-point range. A 150-point range, and I missed it. If I had been able to get that kind of range yesterday, if this had ripped through 168, 170, gone to 175, 180, 190 through 200, oh man, I was set up to crush it, and I was trading really well, and I think my biggest loss yesterday was 15,000. I did have one trade where I was down about 35, but it bounced back up. So, I'm a little bummed that I missed the much bigger move, which was at 3 to 5 o'clock, and I had left for the day. But that's the luck of the draw. So I missed that move, and then I did the very best I could on this move and this range, but it just wasn't a lot. Now I did see it did come back up and broke through the high of day here at about 1 o'clock, but it couldn't hold that level, and then it retreated. It pulled back, and then after hours, kind of sideways. So I don't know. I don't know. I guess unfortunately it closed as a red day on the daily chart. Now, all things considered, it's still holding up over 100%, almost 150% or whatever from the 40-50 area from earlier in the week, and the volume was quite high. So we'll see how it does. Maybe we do get some more opportunities on it, but I don't think there'll be any today. So unfortunately, that was our big trade from yesterday, and the stock that I was really into, and then it didn't really do as much as I hoped. LIXT is on the gap scanner today. Now, this one is interesting. It's got a pre-market pivot here at 73. You can see that. So this one over 73 then has room up to 8. You can see it's just popped up here from 7, so it needs a pullback. I don't see news on it. Does anyone see news? So I guess I have a headline here. Reports will present at anti-cancer therapy and report its anti-cancer therapy. So, all right. Well, let's see if it can hold the $0.50. This is This is technically an ABCD pattern as it broke there over 40. So this in this area is a dip. If it can hold above the $0.50. So, you know, I have a starter there at 60. Let's see whether or not it can break through 73. I'll put an order at 80. And over 73, I'm going to add for the break of 80. And then we'll see if we get that squeeze up. I think what this has going for it is that it is the leading gapper today. Adding at 70 right there. So there's 72. Average is 69. Took a little off the table at 70. New order goes at 80. High of this candle is 78. I was kind of hoping it would break through that, but it almost looks like it's a double top here. The high is 70. The high here is 78. I'm in at 61. Can I do a dip here? Let me see. Maybe I'll do a dip trade. Let's just see if it keeps going. The high of this candle is 78. High volume. We have a nice volume profile. I will say that. Volume is higher on this candle, the highest it's been so far. But we want to see it get over 8. And then if it gets over 8, we want to see 850. So those are the levels that we're really watching. So high of this candle here is 70, 68. So I'm still holding at 61. I'm going to put a new order at 80. I'm going to let it do a pullback. If it dips off of 650 or 640, I would add on that dip. Right now you can see the 10-second chart kind of consolidating here. By the way, for those streaming the morning show on YouTube and Facebook, thank you guys for tuning in. Please hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. And a reminder, in case you didn't already know, day trading is risky. Most beginner traders lose money. You should approach this as a very difficult skill to learn, and you should practice in a simulator before you put real money on the line. So I added there for the breakthrough 80. You can see this right here is a micro pullback. Then the high is 85. New order goes at 85. If it breaks 85, then I start to look for that move. Watching 85. Look for that move up towards $8. So there's 78. So I took the rest off the table at 74, which I think was my average. So a little bit of profit, but I'm afraid this is going to do a false breakout. The high of this candle is 88. I'll leave an order at 90. And I'm going to watch a dip down here off of 650 for a proper pullback. So we have this double top here at 73 that it broke through. Let's see if it pulls back to the $0.50. All right, so let's see. So there's 60 on the bid, 57, 55. No, so I'm waiting on this for a second. Let's see what it does. Here's the thing: the 5-minute is just beginning a red candle. The high of this is 73. The low is 52. Is it going to bounce off that $0.50? I think the best thing this has going for it is it's the leading gapper. AFI, second leader, doesn't look that great. NAK, I don't like that one, it's too cheap. And METX, maybe, but it's got a little ways to go to look better. So the low here is 50. Let's see if it breaks through the $0.50. High of that candle is 73, so it is popping back up a little bit. First candle made a new high by 2 cents on the 1 minute. I can turn it up just a little bit. There you go. So kind of a slow start so far. High of that 1 minute was 75. Still have 2.5 minutes left, or actually 90 seconds left on this current 5-minute candle. CCIV. Yeah, I see that. Nice for those that did dip trades off the $0.50. Added back at 75 for the breakthrough 85. Seems like it's surging back. Now over 88 is an add for the squeeze through $8. Adding right there, 88. Now looking for the break through $8, and we're looking for this to squeeze through high a day. So now we're getting that breakout. Watch the micro pullback, and then an add for the break right here over 8. Back of mind target 815, 825. Adding right there, 99 for the breakthrough 8. Let's give it a second, let it pull back, then pop back up. So we've got 86, 93, 98. I'm going to let it dip, and then on a dip, add for the break over 8, and then 810. New order is 810. Watching. Adding at 96 right there. Looking for the breakthrough 8. There we go. So now 810 over 810. We start to pick up a little bit more momentum as we cross through that whole dollar. High is 809. New orders at 812. Watch 812, 815. This is a much better 5-minute setup now because it's broken through this, this flat top. So our high is 850, so 850 is the sort of psychological level that we're looking at. Watching in this area for dip trades. And then over 810. If it can hold above the whole dollar, that psychological resistance, then we're in good shape for a move up to 810 and 820. Added back 804. Looking for the break of 810. I'm anticipating the first 1-minute candle to make a new high, which is over 808. This right now is our leading gapper. Looking for the first 1-minute candle to make a new high over 805 and 808. I'll hold through a dip on this. Watching 808, 809. There's 85, 88. It's holding 8. Adding there at 803 for the breakthrough 810. Now looking for the squeeze up to 815, 825. So watch, there's 10. Watch over 810, looking for the break. There's 808. No, stopped out at 97. That little false break there, I don't really like that. I'll get back in, I'll let it pull back. The low here is 80. I'm gonna do a dip off of 73. So I'm gonna put my order at 80 so I can dip trade off of the previous breakout price, which was 73. Taking a starter right there at 77. I didn't get quite to 73. I'll let it pull back a little more to add. But doing a dip off of this previous resistance, which was 73, the double top. Now we want to see that as support. Then on this first candle to make a new high, we want to see it back over 8 and then through 810. So I'm going to hold this. I'm not going to sell it yet. I'm going to put an order at 8 to add. This current 5-minute candle has 20 seconds left on it. So we've bounced off 75, which is not too bad. Watching down here for adds off of 73. So this high of this candle is 92. First 1 minute candle to make a new high will be over 92. So it's actually breaking right here. Watch it back over 8. Added at 96 there for the move back over 8. Now we're looking for the add through 810. That's the first pullback. Adding at 808 right there for the squeeze up through 825. So as this starts to ascend, I look to add into these breakouts. We'll look for the break of 815. Right there, there's 810. Adding there for the squeeze higher. So holding 5,000 shares. A little bit of a false breakout again. Gonna watch for a dip off of 73. Flat bottom. So as it pops back up there, I'm just going to reduce my risk on it a little bit. I'll let it pull back. So this squeezed here nicely from 75 up to 818, and then it wasn't able to really squeeze it, and then it dipped down here on this candle to 790, which you don't really like to see. So I'm going to let it pull back. Dip trade at 67, buying the dip. Looking for the pop back up 10 cents to 75. There's 73, there's 74. Sold at 71. Mostly smaller winners on this so far. What I don't like right now is that the high day volume candle is red. That's not ideal. We should have broken through that double top there at 810 and squeezed right to 825. High there's 839 and then 850. So now it's beginning another 5-minute pullback. Basically the same as what it was doing here. It squeezes up and then it pulls back. It squeezes up and then it pulls back. So I can buy dips on it. And in fact, that dip trade at 77 was a nice trade, but I added for the squeeze higher, brought my cost basis from 77 all the way up to 8, and then it was not even a very big winner. Yeah, I don't know about GameStop. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think today it's going to have as much volume as it had yesterday because it didn't hold up really well yesterday. I mean, it sold off so much. I'm afraid that today it's going to be choppy. RKT has 115 million share float, but it is up from 22 up to 24. That's $2 a share. Hey, nice. That's great. Good job. LIXT, I'm going to let it do a 5-minute pullback. Let's see. Warrior Pro students, we have class today, so we'll start class probably, well, as soon as I finish trading. So whatever time that is, it could be 10, 10:30, maybe 11, if we end up trading a little later. Volume weight average price on LIXT is at 703, so I could watch that for a dip trade. METX, yeah. So, you know, METX is well off the high, so is LIXT. CDXC, let's look. Okay. So, definitely a big move there. The high yesterday was 23.66. Continued a little bit more after hours. The float is 52 million shares. It's easy to borrow. The volume is only 1 million shares. So the level that we would want to see break, it looks, let's see. It broke through that level. May have a little bit of an issue up here. And then the high was about 25. High of that candle is 22.62. The thing is, this is a price range where you got to be careful. That price, I mean, same with GameStop, but that price can be tricky, and I'm not sure that GameStop was obvious, which is why I was okay trading it. CDXC, I don't know if it's obvious. I'm going to leave it as a maybe for right now. I would say LIXT, first 5-minute candle to make a new high, could be an opportunity. I'll take a long there at 63 because it seems like it's going to hold. I think it's going to hold the $0.50. And then let's see if we get that first 5-minute candle make a new high over 79. So let's watch this over 75 there. No fill in those orders. Adding there at 80. So I'm going to look to ride this momentum back up over $8. Let's see if this kind of just grinds back up to 8. Then over 85, then 90. Second attempt back through that critical level. High of this candle's 83. There's 84. My cost basis is 71. I'm going to hold 5,000 shares of this and let it consolidate here. The dip back down to 50, I can take some profit off. I could add back down at 50, 55, or it'll be at 58. So watching for a dip trade off of the $0.50. So there's 70. Again, we've got another red candle there. Watching a dip, added at 58. Started buying that dip off the $0.50. Brings my average down to 67. There's 69 and 70. Yeah, CDXC, I see it over there. I have it on my other chart, but I'm just seeing that one as being a little riskier. Volume is lighter and just not sure. First 1 minute candle to make a new high is going to be back over 74. Watching for dips. Added at 58 right there. So bought the dip. Looking for the first 1 minute candle to make a new high through 75. There's 78. Good. That's not bad. Taking a little off the table from 64, or from my average is 64, but from the ad down there. The thing is, on the 5 minute chart, this is the first 5 minute candle made a new high, but not by a lot. From the high of 79, it went to 85, only broke by 6 cents. So I'm break even here at 64. I want to see it break over 85 or another dip down here off the $0.50. Orders at 53 to try to do a dip trade. No fill. About 20 minutes to the bell. I just have small size right now. This one's kind of tricky. It's not opening up as much as I'd like. So I'm going to step back off of it for a second and maybe do, I'll keep doing dip trades, but needs to hold up. Order's still at 53. I think I'll be more cautious about buying high a day and just focus on the dip trades. It's 55 on the bid, 52. Yeah, no fill. Tried to buy at 57. No fill. Pops right up, but I didn't get filled. And I don't want to get filled when it comes back down, so I cancel the order. So let's look for what's obvious. I'll just hold this small position on this for a second. Low of this last dip was 26. Thank you guys who are tuning in for the morning show on YouTube and Facebook. Make sure you hit the thumbs up if you haven't already, and I would love if you guys hit the subscribe button. We just crossed over 790,000 subscribers yesterday. So I think we picked up 5,000 subscribers yesterday. Thank you guys, that's awesome. Let's see if we can get to 800. 800,000. Added back there at 50 for the pop back over the $0.50. So as it pops back up there, the low is 40. There's 60 on the ask. There's 63. So let's see if we get that squeeze up to, back up to 65, 70. I'd be happy with that. There's 59, 62. So it's a small winner, taking a little off the table as it goes a little higher. The entry was the $0.50, so that was, remember, as soon as we break back over the $0.50, that's psychological resistance. So buy that for that pop back over. Well, I didn't see any big news headlines at 9 a.m. So I haven't had my caffeine yet today. It's right here. I'm saving it as a reward for when I stop trading today. And once I start drinking it, I'm not going back into the market. So trying something a little different here. Giving myself a reward for finishing on the early side. I don't think that, so I've got my green smoothie drink or whatever, but I don't know that this is going to be a crazy big day. I mean, it's hard to tell. You never know. But right now, it feels a little slower. The thing is, I don't want to be caffeinated right now because I don't think today's the day to be like, really aggressive. If GameStop had continued and was really hot, then I want to be aggressive. But right now, I think it's better to be a little bit more conservative until we see something that starts to open up. So, it's just adjusting the market that we're in. I don't know that this is a Rambo day. Yesterday was a Rambo day. I mean, and the day before would have been, and I just, oh well. CDXC. High of that is 22.62. There's a big bid there. I'll buy that for the break of 23. I see that. There is a big bid in the 22.30s on CDXC. So let's see if we get the break through $23. I like that look. I'm in at 52. See right there at 37? Well, so the bid dropped. Let's see if it pops right back up. We've got higher volume. High a day is 22.62. Orders at 23 to add. Watching over $23. Back of mind target on this, if we start to break through 23, would be a move up to 24 and then 25. All right, so let's see if we get the break of 67 and 70. Watching here, over 70. So I'll put an order at 75. Add it right there at 70. Now, will we get that squeeze up to 23? I don't know. I'm holding 1,900 shares. High is 23. With that big bid, I'll take the loss on it, down 150 bucks. With that big bid, I kind of thought it was going to rip right away. And I don't know, I guess that big bid got pulled. I mean, or it didn't get pulled, it got sold into. It was at 37. So, what can you do? So I had sold, got filled half of the position at 65 and 57, a little slippage, and then the rest actually at, let's see, 22.55 and then 21.58. But that's all right. I'll leave it on a chart over here in case it opens up. I have GameStop on a chart over here as well. Yeah, you could have done that bounce off the volume weight average price there. I guess I sort of missed it. Well, I was up 400. I was up 500 on it. So I lost 600 on the flush. So it put me from green to red. So no, I don't broadcast the level 2. If I broadcast real-time level 2, real-time market data in that way, level 2, you have to pay like $100 a month for NASDAQ Total View. I'm not sure what the monthly amount is for this. I think it's like $70 or something like that. But I'd be broadcasting that data, and I don't want to be liable for that because you have to pay for it. It's like playing copyright protected music. LAXT pulling back a little bit more. LAXT at 690. So in the month of February, before today, sitting, let's see, so this is year to date, 1.26 million. The only problem is that my profit loss ratio is negative. I've got $2,600 average winners and $3,200 average losers, one $240,000 loss. That kind of screws up my profit loss ratio. 64% accuracy. So that's all lower for sure than a year ago, but the profits are higher. So I guess at the end of the day, it's all right. And I'm sitting at 394,000 gross profit on the month of February. So from down 316 to up 400. It's a pretty nice turnaround. So let's look at that profit since I started turning it around. That was the 8th, $700,000 of profit. Now that's a better profit loss ratio there. 2,100 losers, $2,300 winners, 66% accuracy. Biggest winner 114, biggest loser 27. That's better. That's better. So, and the biggest winner was on GameStop, by the way. And that was yesterday. So I'd like to just kind of finish the month strong. And if that means 9,000, that's fine. If it means 20,000, I'm okay with that too. But this doesn't feel like the moment to be super, super aggressive. I don't know. Maybe we'll see something that warrants me stepping up to the plate. But LIXT couldn't break through the high. Now it's going to have a little bit of a descending resistance issue. CDXC, high volume on that false breakout. Good call, JE. I would say in the first week, the market was pretty cold, but I was also over trading and getting really stubborn. And I had one big loss on GameStop, which was kind of it was a stupid mistake on a share size issue. But then I tried to make back those losses really quickly and then dug myself an even deeper hole. So that was what happened on these 4 days here. So yeah, that was bad. Losing $270,000 in one day, I would recommend not doing that. I was green on the day, went red, tried to swing for a trade to get back to flat, and took 2 trades at the same time, and it was just really sloppy. I was looking at one stock, and I was pressing the buy button on the other, and I was confused about which one was doing which, and it was just stupid. So anyways, that's fine. It is in the past now, and we're getting ready to finish the month of February here, last day, and then into March. So right now, I guess I'm averaging between last month and this month, well, at 1.2 million, 600,000 a month. So that would have me on track for a $7 million year, which would be $2 million better than last year. But it could slow down very quickly. We could end up having some really slow months, and then, maybe I don't make as much in those months, and it'll bring the year down a little bit. But getting a great start is nice. So we're sitting here with about 3.5 minutes to the bell. I don't know. I will put up LIXT. It's the leading gapper. So it's the one that I'll keep an eye on, but I don't see anything that looks that great right now. So sitting up 9,400 pre-market thanks to the ABCD pattern on LIXT and the break through the high. And now I'm going to need to be patient and wait for the next setup, the next trade. No need to force it today if there's nothing that looks good. But if something starts to squeeze up and move quickly, then I'll certainly look to jump in. So that's the game plan with about 3 minutes to the bell. Thank you guys on YouTube and Facebook for tuning in. We're going to keep trading here in the chat room at Warrior Trading for students that want to, of course, keep trading. And those on YouTube and Facebook, if you feel like registering right here for a replay of my Day Trading 101 class, you're welcome to do that. Day Trading 101. There you go. All right. As a reminder, as always, trading is risky. Manage your risk by trading a simulator before you put real money on the line. Today's already been a little choppy on LIXT. It's not holding up as well as I thought, and it didn't break through the pre-market highs. So got to sit tight a little bit and see if we get something that opens up between 9:30 and 10. Nice job, Timmy.